In mid-2023, for the first time in 73 years, the world's most populous country changed. India's population surpassed China's, reaching 1.43 billion people, 17.6% of the entire global population. This massive population lives in one of the most diverse regions on Earth, from towering mountains to dry deserts, from the world's rainiest cities to lush rainforests and tropical islands. India is full of incredible geographic stories. In this video, we'll explore those stories by traveling through the 5 unique regions of this vast subcontinent. Now, let's head to the Himalayas, the tallest mountain range in the world, forming a natural barrier between India and the rest of Asia. This mountainous zone stretches from Uzbekistan in the west to China's Henan province in the east. But the Himalayas themselves are a narrow strip, running from Pakistan's Nanga Parbat to China's Namcha Bawa. India controls the largest portion of this range, across 6 states: Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Ladakh, and Jammu and Kashmir. Some of these areas are disputed by Pakistan and China, but our focus is on who currently administers them. The Himalayas, and the surrounding ranges like the Hindu Kush and Arakan Mountains, formed about 10 million years ago, when the Indian tectonic plate collided with the Eurasian plate. This collision created the tallest mountains on Earth. Only here will you find peaks that rise above 8,000 meters, 26,000 feet. Out of the world's 13 tallest peaks, one is in India, Kangchenjunga, located in Sikkim. Standing 8,586 meters tall, it's the 3rd highest mountain on Earth. For a long time, it was wrongly believed to be the tallest. Interestingly, Kangchenjunga is still technically unclimbed. In 1955, the first British expedition stopped a few meters below the summit out of respect for a promise made to the local Sikkimese king. This peak lies within what's called the Great Himalayas, where most mountains rise above 5,000 meters. Below that are the Lesser Himalayas and the Outer Himalayas, with gradually lower elevations. Glacial meltwater has carved deep gorges in the Lesser Himalayas, which then erode the Outer Himalayas and carry massive amounts of sediment south, leading us to our next region. The vast plains of North India, East Pakistan, and most of Bangladesh were formed by the meltwater of the Himalayas. This water flows into 2 main river systems, the Brahmaputra and Ganges in the east and center, and the Indus in the west. The rivers deposit fertile sediments, called alluvium, along their banks, making this region one of the most productive agricultural areas in the world, comparable to the Nile Delta or Ukraine's farmland. This fertility supported ancient civilizations, including the Indus Valley Civilization, one of the world's first urban societies, founded over 2,500 years before Rome. Today, this region is home to over 500 million people, including many of India's largest cities along the Ganges River. Monsoon rains also nourish the land, especially in the east. These seasonal rains are both a blessing and a threat, providing water, but often causing flooding and billions in damage. In India's far east, the state of Meghalaya gets hit the hardest. The city of Mawsyn Ram receives 12,400 millimeters of rain every year, making it the rainiest place on Earth. To compare, the UK, often called a rainy country, gets only 800 to 1,400 millimeters per year. But as you move westward, rainfall decreases, the subtropical climate shifts to semi-arid, and finally to the driest region of India, which brings us to our next stop. Bordered by the Indus Plains, Punjab, and the Aravalli Hills, the Thar Desert is India's only major arid region, and one of the most fascinating deserts in the world. Here's why. Trade winds and high-pressure air systems push monsoons eastward, leaving the Thar with just 100 millimeters of rain annually in some areas. Loose sands from nearby river plains get blown across the desert by constant winds, creating shifting sand dunes that reshape the landscape over time. Despite these harsh conditions, the Thar is far from empty. 27 million people live here. The exposed rock surfaces reveal valuable minerals like phosphate for fertilizer and gypsum for cement. Also, a major canal system, built in the mid-20th century, transformed life here. The Indo-Gangetic Canal brings water from 3 rivers in Punjab to the desert, over 450 kilometers away, irrigating an area the size of the US state of Delaware. To stop the desert from expanding, communities plant windbreaks, shrubs and trees to hold the sand in place. Reforestation efforts are helping turn parts of the desert green. Even climate change is unexpectedly helping. Rising temperatures in the Indian Ocean have shifted the monsoon path westward, bringing more rainfall closer to the Thar than ever before. India's peninsula juts into the Indian Ocean and contains the oldest and most stable landmass on the subcontinent. These rocks date back to the ancient supercontinent Gondwana, and this is the only part of India where dinosaur fossils have been found. This region features 2 major landforms, the Western and Eastern Ghats, medium-sized mountain ranges, and the vast Deccan Plateau between them. The Deccan Plateau lies mostly south of the Narmada River, which marks the first major river not flowing into the northern plains. 2 of these rivers, the Godavari and Krishna, are India's second and third longest. They're also considered sacred in Hinduism. Together, they drain nearly 20% of India's land area, but their actual water flow is relatively low, mainly because the Western Ghats block most of the rainfall. Our planet is full of wonders, from towering peaks to hidden borders. If you love exploring the world, one map at a time, subscribe to Histography and let's uncover more together.